Hi, this is Valerie from Flat to Fabulous. Just going to show you a little Christmas special. And it's an extract from a book which I'm launching in January. But bearing in mind that it's the festive season, I thought that you could do with a little sneak preview. Okay, this is the how-to series, and there's lots of Christmas parties coming up and going to visit family and friends. And sometimes in those closed environments, things can get a little fraught. So, two videos today, three easy ways to get on with people, and that's building rapport. So that's coming from meeting people who you don't know very well, building rapport with them. Tomorrow we'll be dealing with the difficult, which is when the topic of conversation gets a little bit controversial. So let's get on with today. Part one, building rapport with people. So the first thing to do is to mirror their spoken language. So when you're in conversation with someone, let them go first and listen to the kind of language that they're using. So listen to the words which they use to describe a topic and then repeat them back to them in conversation. Listen to the words which they're emphasizing. Which words do they think are important? And so you don't paraphrase the whole conversation back to them, but people get on with people who they find a bond with, and they don't necessarily understand how that bond is happening. If you use the same language as someone else, you hear people say all the time, oh, we speak the same language, and he knows what I'm going to say before I even say it. And that's one of the ways that you can do this. You can also listen to the type of language that they use. So visual versus auditory versus kinesthetic. So when people say, I see what you mean, I hear what you say, I feel like this, for example. So see goes with a visual type of person. So the types of language that you'll use are very descriptive in around seeing. Auditory, hearing, kinesthetic, feeling. So if you can pick up what kind of language they are preferring, then you can actually use that as well and build rapport. The second thing is, and it's a very commonly known one, is to mirror their body language. If they're sitting, then you sit. If they stand, then you stand. You can watch their facial expressions and actually learn a lot about how they genuinely feel, and just mirror them. Nodding, if someone is saying something a bit controversial, gives the impression that you're actually agreeing with them, even if you're not. But nodding shows that you're listening and that you're engaging with them, and it encourages that person to speak more freely. You can match their arm, their hands, their position of their hands, like this, whatever they're doing, and match how they're moving, the seated posture, whether they're crossing their legs, whether they're sitting to one side. So if you match them subconsciously, I mean, it's really not like a mime type of thing, but if you do it naturally and subconsciously, then they won't even notice. The third one for today is to actually match their speech pattern. Out of all of them, I think I probably find this the hardest. Listen to the rate at which they speak. Some people speak quite slowly, quite deliberately, and other people just let their words out at all kinds of rates and various speed, and their tone goes up and down, up and down. So try and match that. I find it quite difficult personally to match someone with a very fast speech pattern, but I'll do it in order to build rapport with them and to keep a conversation going. Okay, so just going back to that, mirror the words which they're using and the type of language that they're using, mirror their body language, and also their speech pattern and their tone. So good luck with that. So these are, for example, like you're going to a party, you don't know very many people. Tomorrow, like I said, dealing perhaps with people who you do know, or even if you don't, dealing with the difficult. So watch out for that one. See you tomorrow.